Gaelic, and Minister, you're very welcome to the House and congratulations on your appointment. It's very important that we have this debate, and it has been called by many of us across the Houses from the beginning of this Seanad. I am very proud to be part of Dundalk Women's Aid, and it's one of 39 Safe Ireland domestic violence members services across the country. They do tremendous work against all odds, under-resourced, understaffed, undervalued by many, and the importance of organisations like these are often not understood either. They are on the front line, standing there trying to hold it up. This pandemic has highlighted the scourge of domestic violence. However, the increase in the numbers of victims of domestic violence over the past number of months is frightening. We must not overlook that these women and children were more than likely victims before the pandemic. It might have been got so bad that they couldn't cope anymore. They feared for their lives or the lives of their children during the intensity of the lockdown. Domestic abuse, coercive control, is the most underreported, undocumented, unprosecuted crimes in the country. And depressingly, domestic and gender-based violence is a growing problem which must be addressed. It is an abuse that not only can cause physical hurt but emotional turmoil that lasts an entire lifetime. It can send a victim into the most darkest, loneliest, isolated of places. Violence against the women remains widespread in every community, every background, everywhere we look. There is more than likely a victim. This has devastating consequences for women, society, and also has a rippling effect on the generations afterwards. There has been many positives in the past number of years. Domestic Violence Act 2018 created the coercive control offence, the Domestic Victim or the Criminal Justice Victims of Crime Act 2017, and that Act introduced a wider range of special measures and other rights and protections for victims of these crimes. These and other welcome developments, such as Operation Fuishiv, to assist the victims of domestic violence-related crime, are all extremely welcome. They have already had a huge positive effect on the victims' experience of the criminal justice system. However, more must be done. We can make this the safest country for women if we act. And as you said, Minister, very timely, your move on the harassment, harmful communication and related offences bill, it is so important. And I'm not going to say too much on that today because I want to concentrate on domestic violence, but we need to protect our citizens. Prevention is better than cure. Creeps share these sexualised photos because they can. They abuse and harass women because they can. And we as a society need to stand up for what is right and stop allowing abusers use women's bodies against them. The government needs to focus on areas where an interagency approach has the potential to be most effective. We need the government to ensure the Minister has the reach, responsibility, resources to ensure that there is an active, coordinated approach of all government departments. Real leadership that works together to transform the statutory, professional, community-based services and supports that women need. We need a complete national infrastructure which is fit for purpose. By putting in place laws to deter domestic violence, by putting in infrastructure and supports to empower victims to get out of abusive relationships, by putting the victim front and centre of all acts of legislation and policy, we can stop this. We need society to shame the perpetrator and not the victim. It is not the victim's mistake, it is the abuser's crime. And coming into the Christmas season, and Senator Gallagher mentioned it, it is a very difficult time for so many people. Our home should be our castle. Our home should be where we have fun and love. But when you're living in a domestic violence situation, it is not. Christmas is going to cause an awful lot of hurt, fear and violence, unfortunately, for many families and many victims of domestic violence. And so we have to make sure that that support is out there, and that organisations like Women's Aid and similar organisations are there for you, and the Garda Síochána are there for you. Thank you, Minister.